Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
And I'm Lori.
We are talking about Special Forces, Season 4, Episode number 8. This one is called The Evasion. We start out, it's Day 7, 06:25, which is 6:25 a.m., and there's 6 recruits that are remaining. I am surprised that this is going by so quickly. I didn't expect to really love this as much as I do. They make it to another meal. They announce that. Randall's saying that this is the longest he's ever gone without talking to his kids. So you can see Randall's really starting to struggle at this point with missing his.
Yeah.
Then we see the DSs are talking about the recruits, and they think that Kody would make it to the end because of his ability to absorb and he's impressive, pure ignorance and resilience. I was like,
yeah, it was really funny. They were saying he's too erratic. And so they said, would you want him by your side? And I can't keep track of the DSs, who they are, what their names are. One of them said, yeah, as a scout in a minefield.
yes, exactly.
So he said that he thought pure ignorance and resilience will get him to the end.
Yes.
So
then they were talking about Andrew East. They were saying that they think he would do better if his wife wasn't on the course.
yeah.
They think that her being there is holding him back a little bit, which I can kind of see, I can kind of see that.
Yeah, and he was saying, like, he doesn't know when to be the lead dog. I think because she's very much the alpha, but not in a bad way. I think they're a great team. I think, they work great as a team, as a couple, but I just think that she just probably takes the lead in a lot of things. And if he felt that she wasn't right, he would say so. That's the vibe I get.
Yes.
But I would say most of the time she probably takes the lead. So he's, hence him saying he doesn't know when to be the lead dog.
Right. And then they're talking about Gia, that she's still there, and also Brianna. This is the this is the final challenge where they're going to take them to dark places. They said the true you will be exposed.
Yeah, with Gia, they said they think that she'll still be there if she can get through the challenge that they're going to do.
Randall says, I like to play until I can't play anymore. I don't know exactly what he means by that, but.
Well, I think because he's a football guy, so everything gets equated back to football.
Yeah.
Andrew, I don't know. I felt like I felt bad. Like he said something. And I was thinking, geez, you don't give yourself enough credit. He was like, if you're going to be dumb, you better be tough. Say that about yourself.
I didn't hear him say that.
Yeah, he said that. I was just like, no. I just think he is like the cat's meow. I just think he's handsome. I just think he's super, super, super nice. And I just feel like they have the greatest marriage ever.
Yeah. They ask all the recruits if anyone wants to turn in their armbands. Nobody does. Brianna says that she's had a tough year, and we find out that there's only 12 hours remaining of the final part of the course.
Yeah.
So that's not a lot of time. So they're going to take this relentless climb in 100-degree heat.
Called the Sickener.
Yes.
And did you see how Kody, runs to the car? It was so cringy. It's so
He's
cringy.
Annoying.
They're leaving the yard to go on this challenge, and he's just, dashes off to the car. I have something in my eye.
I know.
I was just like.
I did see, though, as they were doing the hike up, he was holding up Gia's pack.
Well, that's what I had written down. That's his one redeeming factor so far. Is that he was kind of holding up her pack for her.
Yep. So as they're climbing up, Brianna is really struggling. She's having a hard time breathing. She's really having a hard time doing it. But she does it. She gets up there. And then everyone has to carry, in addition to their 30-pound pack, they each have to carry 2 30-pound tires with them. Which I mean, geez Louise, that's 90 pounds. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
it's a
think
lot.
Shawn weighs I mean, Shawn probably weighs 100 pounds if she even weighs that.
Mhm.
But listen, these women did it. They freaking did it.
I know.
You know?
Can you believe that?
They did it. I give them credit. I give them credit. I mean, even Brianna, when she was really struggling, she dug deep and she did it.
She did it, yeah. Now, like, when they went through that second part after the tires and they made them put, like, these big, heavy chains
Yeah.
around their necks. I felt like Shawn was she's so small that it was, like, almost like she was, like, off balance because there was so much on the top of her
Mhm.
that it was I felt like she was gonna, like, teeter over.
Yeah, those were 90 pounds, those chains.
It's
90
crazy.
pounds on their shoulders. That is crazy.
I like when, Chicken Fry gets to the end of this part of the challenge, and just so she's gone up the hill, she's done the tires, she's done the chain, and she said, I didn't believe in God until I met him on the mountain."
Yep. That's
So
what
I
she
was
said.
thinking, you know what, I bet you maybe she was praying. Maybe, maybe that's why she said that. Maybe she was praying the whole way, "Please just let me get through this."
Yep. So when they first started this whole thing out, Kody and Randall were in first place and Andrew was in third. But then Andrew wound up passing Kody and Randall was starting to not that he was complaining, but Kody, for whatever reason, he felt the need to tell him to take shorter steps. He's giving him some direction. Take shorter steps.
Yeah. Well, but it was useful information because that really he was right because
Mhm.
Randall, was taking these long strides. And unfortunately, I don't like Cody to be right, but he was. You really do
Mhm.
have to he was right. You gotta billy goat it. You gotta do the little steps.
Yeah. So Andrew came in first, then Kody, then Randall, then Gia and Shawn, and Brianna has 150 yards to go. And she's still really struggling and she's crying and she can't breathe, but she does it.
She
She
does
does
it.
it.
God bless her. She
Yep.
does it.
So then they all get back to the camp again and Randall immediately says like we're not done. This is
Right.
not it. We're not done. This is not it. Like we're not done. There's more to come. So their DSs are talking again, and they're talking about Brianna. She's barely hanging on. She is physically and mentally strong of all the women. They think that she's the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
But the DS they call Andrew first. They call number 11 first. They want to put him in an emotional state. So they have the video there if he wants to watch it of his kids. And I wasn't sure if they were going to watch it. I really wasn't sure. What were your thoughts on that?
No, I figured everybody would watch it.
You did?
Just real quick, if we go back to the tent before they call in Anjo, Chicken Fry is having a conversation with the people in the tent. And I don't know, like you wonder like sometimes how it's produced, what they cut out and fill in. But
Mhm.
she's having this conversation, you know, basically kinda putting herself down a little bit, and it was just weird how, like, no one said, like, "It doesn't matter how long you make it, like, you're awesome, you're good, no matter how far you get," you know? Because the DS was
Nobody was building her up.
no, I mean, some, like, a little bit, but no one just out and out said, "Hey, look, dude, you made it this far already, you're a fucking rock star no matter what," like, I don't know, but again, who knows what the producers cut.
Right, right, right. Yeah.
And just because of her situation, like, just would nice if somebody would've said, "You're just enough just how you are." You're more
Yeah.
than enough just being you.
They call Andrew first to watch the video, and they're watching everybody. They eventually call all of them. They're watching everybody watch the video, and they're trying to decide, like, either this video is gonna motivate them and really help them, or this video is gonna break them.
Mhm.
Shawn watches the video, it's her parents and also her kids, and she's crying. They think that the video might break Shawn, the DS's. I don't know if Gia's video was as short as we saw it was from her mom.
I have a lot to say about that. Let me know when you let me get to that.
Well, I'm there now. Like, I don't
Okay.
think her mother. I don't know. Was it her mom's video that short? I don't know.
Here's what I have to say about that. And well, first of all, I want to say this. The whole thing with them showing the video and, now they're trying to move it into more of the mental aspect of
Mhm.
it. And they want to see if their emotions get tipped over the edge. But I don't know that that's like a necessarily fair thing because I feel like it's easier for men to not lose their shit because they don't take on the emotional load that females do. So I don't see it, I don't see you kind of breaking down when you see your children when you've been gone from them or whatever. I don't see that as like a weakness. Like if I don't lose my shit every now and then, everybody in my house is in big trouble because I feel
Oh,
like
I
it's,
don't think yeah.
yeah, but I think it's important to lose your shit. You know what I mean? And women take on so much more emotionally that I don't know. It felt like that was just a little, I don't know. Something just struck me about that as they're a little unfair. Okay, now I'm gonna get to Teresa.
Okay.
Okay. I thought this was such a narcissistic conversation from her. Tells her, I've been crying every day. Okay, if you are, why would you ever say that to your kid when you know what kind of situation they're in? It was very love bomby, turning it on about herself. Be the woman I raised you to be. And I don't think I would have gone like full glam. I knew what my kid was going through and the condition she was in. I mean, I would have looked nice, but I wouldn't have done this like full glam. I don't, the whole conversation turned me off immensely, immensely. And this look on Gia's face, I really hope that she is getting, I think she'll always be close to her mother and they'll have a great relationship. But I hope that she is growing up enough to kind of really see some of this kind of troubling behavior that I think her mother exhibits.
Okay. That's an interesting take. I can't say I disagree with you about the way Teresa came across because she did definitely make it about herself.
Yeah, what it
But
wasn't just my impression, right?
no, no, no,
Yeah,
absolutely not. No. I don't think it's a sign of weakness to show emotion when you see your children or you see a loved one that you miss and you haven't seen them in a long time. I don't think that that's I think it's like the DS has said, whether or not that, like, reminds you and fuels you
right. Motivates
or
you or makes you go,
breaks you down
right,
or
right,
breaks
right.
you down, right? So, but again, and I think it's different too, because, for example, Brianna was watching a video from her cousin and her aunt. So I don't know how close she is to her cousin and her aunt. It's not
Right.
like it was even her mother or her sister. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was not the same. And, Cody's watching the message from Robin, and obviously he's crying.
Lord, that thing. Oh, good
Yeah. Yeah.
God. So she plays him like a violin. My God. Handsome. I'm sure you're impressing everybody. I'm sure you're charming everyone and making friends. I was just like, my. I think he's crying. Because I do think that that's true emotion from him. But I think that it's because he's found someone that feeds him exactly what he wants to hear. Exact. That was my
I mean,
impression.
it's very possible. I mean, that's the only wife that he has left. She came into I mean, I didn't watch it, I
Yeah, I don't
watch
know
it here
anything
and
about it.
there. But she came into the marriage as the 4th wife, but she wanted sister wives. She wanted to have sister wives. She did not want to just be married to one man. She wanted the sister wives. And then after she came in, it all fell apart. They all left.
Mhm.
And he feels guilty because she wanted the sister wives and he wasn't able to
And
sustain
they
that.
all ran. Right.
Right.
Well,
I mean,
probably
yeah.
because by this time they figured out he's an ass, and they're like, "Okay, good. This is a
Yes.
great out. You can have him. Bye."
Right. So then Randall's the last one to see his video, and after he sees his video, he says he wants to go home. I mean, he had said it kind of earlier.
Mhm.
Said it a little bit earlier that, he misses them. So now it's day 8. It's 18-12 hours, which is 6:12 PM, and there's 6 recruits remaining. And now they're going to break them into 2 teams. Team Alpha is Andrew, Randall, and Gia. Team Bravo is Kody, Brianna, and Shawn.
Now,
and they
who did you think was going to do really well? And did any team surprise you in any way?
I thought Andrew, Randall, and Gia would do really well.
I thought they would do super well. So it was surprising.
Yeah. So their mission on this is they have to reach the safe house without getting captured. They have to navigate 3 miles of terrain where they get to 2 rendezvous points where they'll pick up instructions for their final safe house location. Okay, that's a
Now,
lot.
that's a
That's a
lot.
lot.
But how about this? This was classic. They're sitting down. Their DS is sitting down with Team Alpha. And he says, who here has done land navigation before? Okay, so land navigation means that you've studied maps, you've done hiking, use a compass. Okay. Twiddly dumb Kody is like, well, I've used a compass, but I've never known how to navigate with one. Isn't that what you do when you use a compass?
Right.
Oh my God.
Right. Yep. I know. So the first team to go is going to be Kody's team, and they have to go and get their first instruction. They have to go to the store, their rendezvous point, and get their first instruction. Kody wants to split up, and Brianna says, no, we need to stay together. They're looking for a telecom store.
That's why in the car on the way to the challenge, Chicken Fry turns to Kody and says, don't freak out. You're the strength. We're the brains. Got it? And I was like, that is the best, Brianna. That is the best.
Yep.
Because that's exactly it.
Yeah, she manages him, actually. Brianna manages Kody.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because everybody else just kind of lets him go, but she actually manages him.
Yes.
So then the other team, they're also searching for their rendezvous point, and Andrew says that he's going to take the lead, right? Which he did. He did take the lead. And they get to their first rendezvous point first. But after they get to their first rendezvous point, they're not really working together as a team.
No, the focus got lost.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in that time.
Yeah, I
But
don't know. And I was surprised because I was like you. I thought, oh, these teams like aren't even fair because Team Alpha, Gia, Randall, and Andrew, they're gonna they're gonna kick ass. You know, take names. But I don't know. I don't know how it shit the bed.
Yeah, because then Team Bravo, they're lost. They can't find their first RV. Then they do finally get there, and they have to go 1.5 miles along the riverbank, but they can't find the riverbank to get there. And they think it's the riverbank, and Kody says, no, it's not the riverbank. And then Kody decides to just stop and pee.
Oh my gosh. Disgusting.
I was like, what are you doing?
And I want to ask you this. Like, it's easy. It's easy now because I'm sitting on my couch watching TV, watching the show to think of what you would have done. But wouldn't you think, like, as soon as you got to the place, the guy gives you the directions, wouldn't you just take 5 minutes and be like, okay, like, what's the fucking plan, Stan? Like, are we going to try and get to a higher elevation, maybe climb a tree? We can kind of scope it out. Are we going to, what are we going to do? Just a 5-minute conversation.
Wow. Yeah. What's the plan?
Let's make a plan, But I just thought it was amazing that no one did that.
No, they never have, actually.
No.
I mean, and then Andrew wants to head back. He thinks if we just backtrack, we'll figure it out. And I'm thinking,
it's crazy. They just said the enemy is behind you. Why would you go towards your enemy?
Why would you go back?
And another thing, they're like, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo, with the flashlights. 3 people, 3 flashlights. All you need is 1 flashlight, and you should be keeping it low, like incognito, people. Like Brianna Chicken Fry, stopping and asking some lady at her house for directions.
Oh, I know.
It's not, like, low profile.
No.
It's not, like,
No.
stealth.
No. No.
It's just crazy.
It
I
was
guess,
crazy.
they're tired, probably. They're really tired. I'd be a
They are
blubbering idiot at this point, so
Yeah, they probably are tired. So Andrew's team winds up getting captured first because, they hear the dogs and the dogs catch them. So they're captured. So they're in trouble. Then Team Bravo is still struggling to find their next rendezvous point, which is a mosque. And they have to head west. And I thought that they were doing really well, even though Kody was like trying to take them in a different direction. I think it was Brianna that said, "No one's going to put a mosque in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. Like
right.
that doesn't even make sense." And I was
Right,
like, "Oh,
yep, yep,
good,
yep. There
right?"
you go, yep.
It was just it was honestly, it was chaotic. Like it was chaotic to watch them. Before Team Alpha got captured, Randall spotted it. Like he saw that there were people out there. Like that would have been their opportunity to get the heck out of there and try and hide,
Right,
right?
turn your flashlights off,
Right.
get out of the village, move away from where they are.
Yes.
But they were just like,
Right.
"Ooh!"
Yes.
Flashlights all clanging all around and
Right.
oh, yeah.
And at this point they tell us that this is after a 3-mile detour.
Yeah,
They've gone
crazy.
3
3
miles out of
miles.
the way.
I just can't believe none of them on that team said, "Andrew, that's where the enemy is. Let's rethink the
Right.
plan."
Yeah.
Nobody said
So
anything though.
they did not, and even after so both teams wound up getting captured, right? They both get captured. DS Billy says he actually has been captured,
Mhm.
and it's the scariest thing that's ever happened, and
Well, I'm sure it is.
I'm sure it is too, and I like that he is there to speak on that because, this is why he's training them. He knows what this is like. He's been doing this. Like, this is nothing what's going on with them,
Right. And
and
I'm
then
and I'm sure that it really was I mean, I'm sure that's how the show was written too, that both parties get captured, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But it really is a fun show to watch. I just recommended it to somebody the other day, and I said, I really like it for the the positive side of it. I think it really has a lot of insightful, psychological, emotional things that it doesn't make me really care how produced it probably is.
Right.
Because of those aspects about it, it makes me enjoy it.
Yeah. No, I agree. So then Randall, once he does get captured, he voluntarily withdraws, so he taps out. Now it is day 8. It's 23:40 hours, which is 11:40 PM, and 5 recruits remain. So they started this at what time? I said 6 o'clock,
6,
right?
right, and
18:12.
now it's
And
11:30.
now it's 11:30. So that's how long.
That's a full day, man, of getting your ass
And this
whooped.
is right. Right.
Now,
That's a lot.
again, with Randall, you say to yourself, "Well, somebody had to leave." So, was it I don't know. There's times when people tap out and I'm like, "You're really done, like, we can see that you are done." But then there's times when people leave and I'm like, "It's TV."
It is TV. I mean, Team Bravo does finally make it to the mosque. They didn't get inside. And because they're standing outside trying to figure out what to do, they also get captured.
Get captured, yeah. Well, there's
But
all
the
these
next,
bright lights outside it. It's
I
great
know.
you found it, but just hang out, scout it out.
Right. Figure out how to get in,
There's,
get
like,
what you need.
no covertness at all.
No, no, there really wasn't. So the next episode is the season finale. So I guess we're going to see what happens.
Looks like torture. That's what it looks
It
like they're gonna
does
do, torture.
look like a little bit of
Torture.
torture.
I was like, "Ooh, I don't like it. Me not like it." Like that. So, might be a little bit of a hard watch for me. I don't know. There's something about that just
I don't know if it's really going to be torture, though. You think
Come
it's
on,
really? I mean, I don't
listen,
think.
it's a produced TV show.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll be fine.
I've
I
already
mean,
said I
they may
think they fake a lot of shit, but I don't know. I just don't like watching that even if it's fake. I don't know.
well,
my problem.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. We'll have
Wait.
to wait and see.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. So, I guess we'll just have to wait and see who we have left. I don't know how many recruits are allowed to be at the end. I mean, are they allowed to have there's 5 left now. Are they allowed to have 5? Are they allowed to have 4? Can there only be 2 that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And they were saying that the DSs were saying that usually at this point in the show, they have a real clear idea of who's gonna come out at the end. And they said for this show, they really didn't.
That's
So,
interesting.
yeah. So I thought that was interesting. Oh, okay.
Have you listened to any more podcasts about this?
No, I have not, which is a podcast with Andrew and Shawn.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll probably watch some of that. I like to watch it on YouTube
Okay, yeah,
because I
'cause
like them.
last time I had heard them talking, and it led me to believe maybe not. They didn't wanna give away anything, obviously, but I
Mhm.
kinda got the impression that Andrew and Shawn leave at different times. I don't know if that's true or not, though. I mean, there's only 1 episode left
Yeah,
and they're
there's only
both
one. How
still
do you do
there.
that? Yeah. Yeah, I was kinda confused about that when I was thinking, "Oh, well, there's only 1 episode left and there's all these people left, so I don't know." Unless they just all domino out until the end of the episode? I don't know. I
I
guess.
don't know, but you know what, though? It is day 8, and it's 10 days, the show, right? So we
Right.
must get 2 we must get 2 days per episode. So I guess we're gonna find out,
Okay. That makes sense.
right? Right?
Yeah.
We're gonna get 2 days per episode. So, maybe the beginning of the episode, we lose a couple, and
Right.
then
'Cause that's
we
one
see what
day and
happens.
then there's another day. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Alright.
right. So I guess until next time, thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe and give us 5-star reviews. Bye.
Bye.